enjoy this deodorant? No! How would I enjoy deodorants? I have much better stuff than you. What? What? Jumbo Josh? What? What did you do? What did you do to yourself?
2, 3, 2, 1, go!
Jumbo Josh already didn't say softball. I knew your girlfriend didn't accept your deodorant, but it's okay. You didn't have to do this. Trust me. I'll remember all those times.
1, go!
Hi guys, I'm reacting to Cartoon Network last episodes explained.
The Cartoon Network Lost Episode Mod just dropped, and it basically covers a few different creepypasta stories and some creepy stories that actually made it onto Cartoon Network. In this video, I'm going to explain the backstory for each, but fair warning, these are a little bit on the darker side. Now, the first person that we see in this mod is Ricky, and this version of him is for the creepypasta Madness. And I believe this was created by Mr. Gruesome back in 2020. The story deals with what happened after Mordecai lost the love of his life, who we all know as Margaret. She was basically coming home from college one night and a drunk driver ran her off the road, and unfortunately, Margaret was not able to actually get out of the car before it caught on fire and blew up. Of course, once Mordecai got the news, he was absolutely devastated, and over time, he fell into a deep depression to the point where he basically shut out all his friends. And of course, in his depressed state, he even started to slack off at work. This, of course, caused Benson to fire him, but Mordecai didn't really care because his new goal in life was to find the drunk driver and bring him to justice. 2 years had passed and no one had heard from Mordecai, but Mordecai did find out who the drunk drivers were. It turned out that all his friends from the park actually ended up getting drunk one night, and they are the ones that drove Margaret off the road.
Why?
His friends were just so crappy that they pretended that they had no idea what
Bruh,
happened and completely lied.
those are fake friends, Mordecai. Kill them. No cap, no cap. I killed them.
Mordecai's face.
No cap.
And this is when Mordecai decided that he was going to ruin their lives, or more accurately, take their lives.
Holy
Mordecai
crap.
ended up going back to the park and basically ended up taking out each of his friends one by one. The cutscene in the mod actually represents his final kill, which is against Rigby. He basically
shoot.
pulls out a blade and goes for Rigby's neck, but I'm pretty sure the cutscene kind of gets the point across pretty well.
Yep. Crap. That's Rigby.
The next character we see is Gumball, and this person in him is from The Grieving. The story revolves around a young man that was watching Cartoon Network one night, and he saw that there was a new episode of The Amazing World of Gumball coming out. And since the boy had nothing better to do, he decided to watch it. It turns out that the episode was nothing like the original show. Even the artwork and characters.
I know about The Grieving. I saw Big Gamer's video.
The episode starts with Gumball actually crying in the corner of a classroom. We find out that the reason that he's crying is because both of his siblings were actually murdered and their bodies were found out in the forest. And in the end, he also ends up taking his own
that footage is from Vibing Leaf.
The reason that he's crying is because
Go watch Vibing Leaf's version. That's the best one.
And just like in the mod here, the episode starts with Gumball actually crying in the corner of a classroom. We find out that the reason that he's crying is because both of his siblings were actually murdered. And
that's the episode that Vibing Leaf used. Check out Vibing Leaf's Grieving. That's cool.
Bodies were found out in the forest. And in the end, he also ends up taking his own life because he can't deal with all the pain and grief. We later learned that the original creator of this episode tried to bury it so that no one could ever see it. They had created it to make fun of a co-worker that had lost his son to the attacks of a serial killer.
I read the wiki. I know that.
And I guess at some point the creators stopped being jerks and realized that they could never actually show this, probably for their own reputation and because, as I said,
that's messed up.
Scandalous, despicable thing to do in the first place. Now, unknown to them, though, apparently the serial killer,
sorry about that. That's my brother.
Friend's son ended up getting a hold of this tape somehow and was able to get it to air on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Basically traumatizing the main character of the story and, of course, the father if he's ever unlucky enough to see this video be published. The next character is from 32 Minutos, which is
I know that.
a television series called 31 Minutes that originated in Chile.
Yep, guys. If you watch this video, King, the story is King saw Dumbledore himself, and then King was like, no! And then, based off 32 Minutos song.
All thing is called Juan Carlos, and this scene in the mod represents when he is at his actual friend's funeral. In the original video, Juan tries to bring
I know what's gonna happen, guys. I know what's gonna happen. The demon's gonna spawn.
but he ends up summoning some kind of a better understanding of it than I did. I'll make sure to link the Walking Files channel down in the description.
Oh hell no! I'll react to the 32 Minutos if you're a fan of the channel. You know I reacted to that. I screamed my lungs out, bro. I had to go to the hospital. Something.
And this scene is from the Terror Tales of the Park 3, which was a segment in the regular show. It is specifically from Muscle Man's horror story. The story revolves around Mordecai, Rigby, Muscle Man, and High Five Ghost. And basically they're at a farm waiting to smash some pumpkins. There was a sign saying that they can smash whatever they wanted, but they had to leave these two pumpkins alone because they're pumpkins. And instead of deterring the boys, the signs actually made them want to smash the pumpkins more. So they threw rocks at the pumpkin wife
Oh,
and then
crap.
jumped on his head. Now the episode gets
Jeez.
interesting when the high five goes for the husband.
They deserve it,
Before the
bro.
ghost can really do anything, the husband comes to life and vows revenge for his wife, turning the ghost into a pumpkin. The boys started running through the cornfield
Is there a wiki about this so I can read it? I don't really understand it.
in order to escape the killer pumpkin, and that is when Mordecai hides behind the tractor like you see in the mod here. It was kind of funny. Mordecai ended up thinking that he actually escaped, but
Nope.
the pumpkin killer ends up finding him and turns him into a pumpkin before smashing him, just like they did his brother.
Oh. Bruh.
This next one doesn't have any deep backstory. These guys right here are from an episode of Mad where Mordecai ends up punching one of the guys. I don't even know if people still remember the show Mad. I'm pretty sure it had quite a few
What's that?
seasons, so some of you may have actually watched it when you were younger.
Nope.
The next song is based off a 2-minute
When they come out, born in,
1988 by a film
I was born in.
named Nightmare Adam.
Shut up. I was born in 2015, so I don't think I saw it. Yeah, I never saw
It
it.
is titled Billy and Mandy Interpretation of the Skull and Youth. In the actual animation, there are two children, of course, Billy and Mandy. Mandy basically convinces Billy to let her drill a hole in his head so that his brain will have more space. And there really is
What?
a whole lot more to it than that. It's just a crazy, very short animation. I'll make sure to link it down if you want to check
Bruh.
it out. This next
Bruh. That makes no sense. If you want your brain to have more space, got a skull! He must be a dummy.
called Steven Universe Gone Wrong, and the comic is actually really good. The song is specifically based on the first part of the comic where Spinell takes out Steven in a fit of rage. Spinell is basically mad at the fact that Pink left her to come to this rock, as she calls it, so she ends up destroying Steven, and I'm pretty sure she even chops off one of his arms. We don't get to see their fight in the first part of the comic, but if you read on, you'll see that.
Did he stab him? Did she stab him?
I won't spoil any more of those, just in case some of you want to actually go through and read.
It's coming from his stomach.
I'm pretty sure there's 6 episodes if you want to check it out. The last character we see in the mod is the Clown of Gumball, and I think this guy is from an October event a few years ago, and I'm pretty sure it premiered on the Cartoon Network UK version. And it was
Yep,
basically
I saw the video.
Clown will pop up on the screen,
I remember that video,
and the children,
but I remember watching that, and I made a reaction video. If you're an OG of the channel,
It was definitely more for younger children, obviously. And more specifically, this version of the clown that we see in the mod is from this small segment here where we see Darwin and Gumball actually drawing. You see that Darwin actually draws this weird clown.
Bruh.
Then we actually see him pop up.
That's
with
funny.
the kid.
Gumball drawing's
What's
funny.
so creepy is that people have started to really associate him with being like a kidnapper or something that simply wants to do the boys harm. So now a lot of the images that we see of him look more demonic.
I don't think he attacked Gumball,
A lot of people are just
Bruh.
freaked out by clowns.
but the clown just reminded him. He was like, here's a note about your mother. If you don't do these chores, your mom gonna beat your ass. So do these chores. But is that Nicole Waterson's ex or something? I don't know. Just a theory. A fan theory.
And I think to start off with that, there is a recording that's on the actual director of the mod channel, and it goes like this.
My hand hurts so much. Sorry for zooming out.
I am 37 years old. I work on the Cartoon Network team. We have plans for a long time for episodes, like regular show, Amazing World of Gumball, Adventure Time, and yeah. But they were rejected because they were considered cursed.
Why are there so many dots?
They came true, and they're making people die.
Shoot.
So we need your help. Please watching this recording.
Bro, VHCs are old. I have a DVD in my house. Is that old or something? Is that old or
The
something?
reason I believe that boyfriend and girlfriend are in this situation is because they probably stumbled upon these lost episodes, and instead of just trying to forget about them or hide them away, they're actively engaging with them. Anybody who's been in the FNF community for a while knows that boyfriend is basically going to battle with anybody that comes across his path.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if
Even Jumbo Josh.exe.
And I think that pretty
Don't battle Jumbo Josh.exe, bro.
It sounds like
Don't mess
some
with
of
them.
these lost episodes are cursed. Now boyfriend and girlfriend probably have to go through the whole gauntlet to just battle all of these.
Bruh,
episodes
that'd be
that
painful.
on this particular
Pain in my
So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here. Subscribe today to become a member of the Orange Force, and we'll see you tomorrow when there's a video. Peace.
There's no video on the screen. Liar! Peace out.